Monday, January 26th, the Israel Defense Forces confirmed recovery of the body of Master Sergeant Ran Gvili, the last remaining Israeli hostage from the Gaza Strip. Gvili, a 24-year-old volunteer with the Israel Police Special Patrol Unit known as Yassam, fell in battle on the morning of the Schwartz of October 7th, 2023. His body had been taken to Gaza by Hamas, where it remained for months. Following identification by the National Center of Forensic Medicine in collaboration with the Israel Police and the Military Rabbinate, IDF representatives informed Gvili's family that their loved one had been brought home. With Ran Gvili's return, Hamas now holds no Israeli captives for the first time since 2014, when the group seized the remains of 2 IDF soldiers during the Gaza war. Defense Minister Israel Katz described the moment as painful closure. Just 10 days before the attacks, Ran had broken his shoulder and was awaiting surgery. Yet when the Hamas assault began, he put on his uniform and went out to fight. There, during fierce fighting, Gvili saved nearly 100 civilians fleeing the Nova Music Festival. He neutralized 14 Hamas members. Despite being shot in the arm and leg, he held his position, relaying vital intelligence until he succumbed to his wounds. Hamas then abducted his body, a reminder of the terror attack that saw 251 Israelis and foreign nationals taken hostage. Of those, 168 were later released alive. The rest were returned through truce deals or recovered by the IDF.
First of all, I would like to begin by warmly welcoming Tudia. Blessed are you, the Lord our God and sovereign, eternal King of the entire universe, who has graciously bestowed upon us the gift of life and has sustained us and safely brought us to this present time.
Artist.
My friends, members of the Knesset, a little while ago, we welcomed home Ran Gvili, a hero of Israel. There are no more hostages in Gaza. There are no more hostages in Gaza. I congratulate the commanders and soldiers of the IDF and the Shin Bet for the flawless execution of this sacred mission. I embrace Tali and Itik and the entire Gvili family, the rescued family. I looked them directly in the eyes and said very clearly, we will definitely bring Ronnie back home to us. I promised it. I promised you, citizens of Israel, we will bring everyone home. We all wore the pin. And now, finally, since the mission has been successfully and fully accomplished, it's time to take it off. Because sons have returned to their borders and daughters have returned to their borders. To Gal Hirsch for his unwavering dedication to this mission. Thank my colleagues in the government who gave their support the entire time. I thank President Trump, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, and their team for their great and important support. I thank the entire people of Israel for their prayers and encouragement. We have completed this mission, as I promised, and in the same way, we will complete the other tasks we have set for ourselves.
U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday praised the return of the remains of the final Israeli hostage from the Gaza Strip, congratulating his administration for helping facilitate the recovery.
Reached a plan for the permanent end
to the conflict in Gaza, and I'm pleased to say that our vision was unanimously adopted by the United Nations Security Council late last year. Under phase one of this plan, we have painstakingly maintained that Gaza, and we're going to have it very strongly, and it's what we have, maintained the Gaza ceasefire, delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. We've given aid. You know, you used to hear all the people were starving and it was terrible. Now we have, you don't hear that anymore. We've delivered record levels of humanitarian aid. I want to thank the United States, but I want to thank some of the countries that are sitting right up here, because they've sent great aid, aid also in the form of money, where we go out and purchase food, and you don't hear those stories anymore with people starving. And secured the release of all 20, you know, we secured the release of all 20 living hostages. Now, I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared and everybody for working so hard. They worked so hard, but there were 20 remaining living hostages. Now, we got hundreds out, but the last 20, I said, boy, that's going to be a tough one. And I said that a year before, and it was a tough one, but we got them. Got all 20, every one of them. And we had also about 28 that were dead, but the parents wanted them just as though they were living, just as much. Some cases it almost seemed more. It was amazing, actually, the love. But their boy had been killed. In just about all cases, young men. Their boy had been killed, and they wanted the body of their boy, and it looked like it couldn't be done. And with the exception of one, and we're close on the track of that, we've got them all, every single one of them, which is amazing. It's a rough job. That was a rough job. And I've been very clear that Hamas must return that last remaining deceased hostage as well, and that will be the full commitment. And then we get on to other things, and we're committed to ensuring Gaza is demilitarized, properly governed, and beautifully rebuilt. It's going to be a great plan, and that's where the border peace really started. And I think we can spread out to other things as we succeed with Gaza. We're going to be very successful in Gaza. It's going to be a great thing to watch, and we can do other things. We can do numerous other things. Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do, and we'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations. You know, I've always said the United Nations has got tremendous potential, has not used it, but there's tremendous potential in the United Nations, and you have some great people at the United Nations, but so far it hasn't. You know, on the 8 wars that I ended, I never spoke to the United Nations about any of them. And you would think that I should have. You would think they could have done those 8 wars, but they couldn't have, and they tried, I guess, in some of them, but they didn't try hard enough. But there's tremendous potential with the United Nations, and I think the combination of the Board of Peace with the kind of people we have here, coupled with the United Nations, can be, you know, something very, very unique for the world. It's for the world. This isn't United States. This is for the world.